So getting invaded sucks, and it sucks even more if you don't know how to recover from it. The thing is that invasions work in different degrees. Most successful invasions only happen when an opponent is really weak or they become super careless. A careless opponent can be a skilled and knowledgeable player that simply got lazy, or a new jungler who doesn't know any better. Either way, most Black Ops invasions aren't as crippling as they used to be, and it's just that players who get crushed by them simply aren't used to adapting at their routes. The most basic way to avoid being crushed by an invasion is to simply avoid it altogether. Your buff cap is simply not worth dying for, as giving your opponent a kill is far more detrimental. Against stronger junglers, you will need your teammates' help against them, and that's not something you're always able to rely on. The first and most important tip is simply to avoid the hell out of the invader. You should always assume they want to kill you. If you can't surrender your territory, then at least ward and only take camps you can handle. This means waiting for Smite to be up to do a major camp, or avoiding major camps altogether until you have some power gathered, like you reach level 3 or something. Look at the clips in the video. If I'm using weak junglers or fighting someone that can invade, I make sure to only go for major camps if I have Smite up. This will give my ward time to refresh if I use it to avoid a level 1 invasion, give me burst to secure the monster, help me kill it faster to avoid getting murdered, and let me heal up a bit with potions prior to taking the big camps. Doing this can also throw the invaders off their game, as they'll slow themselves down waiting for you when you aren't actually going to show up. This is very helpful, because then if they try to take down the camp themselves, they will be on the defensive, as they now have a monster camp to deal with and have lost the element of surprise. Dealing with invasions is literally just being patient and learning to make reasonable trade-offs. Again, your life is not worth a buff, and giving them a camp will be less dangerous than giving them a kill. So tip number 1, and perhaps the most important one, is to simply not be brave and foolish, and to learn to give up a few things in order to not be forced to give it all up. It's a simple tip, but a lot of players aren't used to being patient. Recovering from a gank is a whole different story, and that will be a topic for another time.